Welcome to the Women's Real Estate Network. I'm Deborah Razzo, the founder of WREN. Thank you for taking your time. I bet you're curious about what's happening with women in real estate. We've put together this showcase of women who are moving forward in their real estate lives. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Well, that's it. So the adventure begins. It's always an adventure in real estate. Welcome to our Power Hour meeting. We started this meeting for two reasons. One reason is to give women who may not know about WREN an idea of what our culture and the opportunity is to become part of our membership. So if you're here and you've never attended a WREN event before, welcome. Welcome to getting a taste of WREN and the power of networking. It isn't like our regular meetings. Usually we have a featured speaker or a panel of experts. This meeting is a power hour, so it's a little more casual. The other reason we started this meeting is to celebrate wins. Ladies, we need to remember that. This business can be hard, and celebrating our wins is part of it. The first part is for you to see what you've done and that you're having wins. And the next part is for all of us to be able to acknowledge it. Ladies, is there someone out there that's accomplished something and not acknowledged their accomplishment? I have. If you've ever done that, say yes. Yes, I've done it. It's just like checking something off the list and you didn't even say, Yahoo, I did it. In this meeting, we've asked our members to step forward and tell us about the projects of theirs. It helps us celebrate their wins and give our members a chance to step up into a more leadership role. Who here has ever been to a regular real estate club meeting and been surrounded by men and men speakers? Well, this gives women a chance to advance our speaking skills by presenting here, right? So that's what we're doing here at the Power Hour. Once again, I'd like to welcome you to the Women's Real Estate Network. My name is Deborah Razzo, and I'm the founder of WREN. I'm a real estate investor, and I'm excited to have you join us today. If you don't have your video on, please put it on so we can connect. That's what this is all about. I started my real estate investing journey about 13 years ago. Some of you may know my story. I had a car accident that kind of wiped me out, both physically and financially, and I had to start over. Maybe there's somebody out there that's having to start over again right now too. I knew what I wanted. I wanted cash flow, but I didn't have any cash. So I started flipping houses and reinvesting that money into single family buy and holds. And honestly, I'm pretty fascinated by all kinds of real estate investing. I went from flipping houses to developing fourplexes, and then I went from buying single families to buying apartment complexes. So a few years ago, though, I was really curious where all those kick-butt women, real estate women investors were, and I started gathering them for a meeting, and that became WREN. So thank you for joining us. I'd like to share a little bit about WREN with you. First of all, I'll share with you our mission. Our mission is to create a community where women in real estate will excel and empower each other, where we can share experiences, resources, and tools and help each other grow both personally and professionally. And we like to have fun while we're doing it. Now, WREN was founded on 4 pillars. Let me get that screen up. See, we like our little nest. You can see we like our little bird. Anyway, our 4 pillars are our nest, and that is networking, education, skill development, and transformation. First of all, networking that's our main objectives, is to create a community where we'll network together, both locally and nationally, both at WREN events and non-WREN events, in-person networking events, Facebook groups. That's how we network. Education. Well, we invite strong businesswomen to speak directly to you about their business models and how they've made it. So that's what we do on a monthly basis. Our other 2 pieces of our nest are our skill development, which is hands-on training to develop your skills as a real estate investor and business owner. So training programs and expert online articles and videos, as well as transformation. It's a community that can support the transformation that needs to happen for you to make it to your goals. We do this through sponsorship partners, WREN Gives Back donation program, and a community leadership opportunities. It's our nest. networking, education, skill development, and transformation. Okay, now, a few years ago, I remember feeling pretty isolated. I was going to a lot of networking events and I was meeting a lot of men and I was getting a lot of great information, but they weren't having to deal with the things I was having to deal with. Being a woman, being a mother, taking care of my aging mother, dating for the first time in years. I wanted to talk to other women. I was looking for some other women, people like me, that had already figured out this real estate thing. And that's when I reached out to a friend of mine, Iris. I told her I wanted to have a brunch and invite other kick-ass real estate women just to see how they did it all. And that was the first WREN meeting. It was 12 women having champagne brunch in downtown LA. And then the magic began. We helped Karen get her first rental property. And since then, we've helped each other with legal issues. We've done deals together. We've become financial friends. And those relationships have affected my bottom line. From that group of 12 women, I've done business with them. I've lent money on their projects. I've JV'd. I've picked up wholesale deals. I've invested in storage units. Here's the bottom line. Somehow the fears went away when we leaned on each other for courage and support. It's pretty cool knowing that if I have a problem and I don't know how to solve it, I have a group of smart women to reach out to. That's the profit of networking. All right. That being said, that's not the only reason to network. Oprah Winfrey says, surround yourself with people that will lift you higher. You need people around you that will inspire you to move forward. When you put yourself in the same space as successful entrepreneurs and real estate investors, you have a greater chance of becoming like them. Proximity is indeed power. By learning from mentors, those more seasoned than you in any given area, you're becoming more powerful in your intentions and you're moving closer to your goals. Strong role models as resources for moving forward in our life and in our businesses. You need a role model. In fact, you need a few. As a WREN member, you get access to our WREN database of membership. Okay, it's time for our speakers. So have a pen and paper ready or something to take notes on, because you never know when someone says something that gives you, boom, that great idea. So you want to have a way to capture it. But first, let me give you our disclaimer. It's all the ideas discussed here tonight are not for everybody. The other thing you need to know is that you need to do your own due diligence. Please consult your attorney and a financial professional before moving forward with anything. All right, it's time for our speakers. I'll see you after.
So today I have the great pleasure and honor of introducing our case study from Sophia Kam. So I just met Sophia virtually last week, and I just fell in love with her energy, with her story, her progression in real estate, and just how wicked smart she is. As she goes through and shares her journey, you'll see the different strategies that she's really employed to cultivate her real estate business. So if you don't know Sophia, get to know her. And let me turn it over. Sophia, are you?
Hi, guys.
Awesome.
Can you see me? Can you see? Let me see my. You see my share screen? No?
Let me, in the haste of my trying to figure out and make sure everyone got logged in, I did not make you co-host. So I just made you co-host now. So you should be able to share your screen.
Okay, let me try again. Share screen. Share and my presentation. Lots of window open. Sorry. There you go. Is it good?
Yes, we can see
All
it.
right.
Excellent.
All right. Let me. Okay. Hi, guys. It's a honor to be invited to speak at the WREN Power Hour. I joined WREN last fall, and it has been a great experience for me. I get to meet with fellow women that is super smart, super experienced, and all sort of real estate. Like everybody has their niche or multiple niche, and like tons of wealth of experience and knowledge to share. So the fact that I got invited, I'm really honored and a little bit scared. But this is my slide. And you guys can interrupt me and ask questions whenever you want, or at the end. So I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I came from Hong Kong, and I came here for college. So it's a normal path. You are an international student, you get a corporate job, you know, work your ass off, and then get your green card and finally citizenship. So a little bit of the story about my corporate job. I have to stay there because I was applying for my green card. So I really can't jump from one place to another, but I am kind of bored with my day job and I can finish it like in 2 hours every day. But my boss like to see a warm body in the office. So I'm like, what else can I do when I'm in the office? So during that time, I actually got a real estate license and a project management professional license, to because I always want to do rehab, and the reason why I like real estate is because my mom was really into real estate, and you know, when I was little, she would just bring me to open house every weekend, almost every weekend. So so I also see her success in, you know, investing in real estate. So it just think it's a natural progression for me to be in the business. So after I got my real estate license, I started being a realtor, and also because I'm a realtor, I have access to the data, the list, and you know, some off market listing that I can, or some new builders uh, 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 pre-sale party or whatever. So I get to dab into those things. So right now, besides flipping, I also invested in rentals, and franchise is another investment that I have. I have a little Kumon franchise that I invested in now. Before I was actively running it. Now it becomes my source of passive income. So somebody say you should have 7 sources of passive income to fund your retirement. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's a little bit about my background. On the right-hand corner, you see Musubi times Sophia Kam. Musubi is a company that I started. It's a construction flipping company. It's under my boyfriend's name. I have another company that is more geared towards the design, but because of tax purposes, we try to mix investment into companies and charging each of us. So it's another day about tax strategy. So today I'm going to talk about the project I do in LA, Eagle Rock. It sold this January, so you can go to the MLS and take a look if you want. We got this is a Spanish style. We got this house by Meller. This original owner passed away and gave the house to his son. The son is in Georgia. So he's doing long distance rental management by himself, and he hated it, of course. So when we approach him with the letter, he's like, okay, entertain me and see what you can do for me. We ended up getting, let me jump to the breakdown first. We ended up getting the house for $825. I would say the fair market value that time is about 800K. We gave him more because I know that after we turn it, we can get more. Sometimes I know that you want to buy like dirt cheap or when you're wholesaling or you always want to get under market value. But I think because of the condition of the house is so good, we don't really need to put a lot of money to rehab. And I just want to have cash for a short-term flip. That's why I agreed to do this project. So we buy it for $825, and he agreed to do owner financing at 6%. So it's cheaper than hard money, and we don't have to do anything to get the financing. So the financing, the 60K, goes to the owner for the period of my project. Rehab, we spent about 200K. I'll break it down to you later when you see the slides. Miscellaneous is basically selling cost and staging, real estate, agent's fee, and I'm the listing agent, so that counts for part of my income. So we sold the plot. We listed it at 1099 or 1199. I don't remember exactly, but we sold over listing, and we actually had all over asking, and plus 50. I will tell you a little bit later too. You will see it in another slide. I'll explain. So my profit for this short clip, it was supposed to be a 6-month project, but then because of pandemic, we got the house in February. That's right before pandemic really hit America, and then pandemic started in March, and everything shuts down. The DBS shuts down. It's impossible to get materials. It's impossible to get. There are delays of everything. So we from acquiring it, from flipping, and then listing sold, we took about 11 months for the project. So let's so the basically the theme of this project is basically it was a pretty traditional Spanish, and we just turned it into a modern Spanish. We added an ADU. It was conversion from a garage to a 2-car garage to an ADU. And on this slide, you will see everything is basically that ADU. So we got a studio space, a kitchenette, a full bathroom, and a sitting area with tons of sunlight. So that's the ADU.
There's just, Sophia, so you know, because you can't see the chat, but just all the comments are gorgeous, beautiful. Great job. Do you have before pictures?
Yes, this is here.
Oh, there
The left is before. Basically, it's like all the old houses. It's all compartmentalized and cut into small pieces. So we open up the whole floor plan of the main house. So this becomes a really cute kitchen nook.
Look at that view. It's spectacular.
Yeah, it's a great view. It's on a little bit of the elevation, so you can really see the valley. The sunset is gorgeous. And that is the living rooms before and after. So on the left, you see basically the house is Spanish, right? So the archways are really, Spanish influenced. So we decided when we open up the kitchen, we basically recreate the archway. Nobody knows it's not original, but it's new. So it looks like it belongs to the house to begin with. So that's that. And so some lesson learned from this project and some noteworthy items that I want to discuss is, well, we got the owner financing, which is basically a lot easier than you thought. We just say, hey, what are you gonna do with your money? And he's like, nothing, put in the bank. And we're like, okay, if we give you 6% owner financing on top of a little bit of extra that we are offering you over the market, you're basically getting 80K extra from your 800K house. And basically what I did was a PowerPoint slide to compare if you list it with an agent, if you sell it by yourself, and if you sell it with us. So let the money talk, right? So at the end of the day, he got 80K, well, more than 80K. Basically, it's like 160K extra in his pocket if he goes with us. So it really is a win-win situation. And we told them, honestly, it's like we can get our hard money for 8%. We are offering you 6% just because we have to win some too, and he agrees to it and think it's fair. So that's pretty much really lighten our financing need. And of course, the ADU is a very useful tool when you resell because they can do the area is really close to Occidental College where Obama goes to college. So it's a very well-known college, and you can just rent to the students, or you can Airbnb it. I get people running Airbnb tell me when they come to the open house, they were like, oh, this is so cute. We can do it like 180, 200 all day long. So of course, I told other buyers that too, as I transfer of information. And we did a COVID pivot. We cut the scope of the project by, we were gonna do another addition of master bedroom, master bed and bath, attached to the original house. But because of COVID, because of the uncertainty, we really don't know what the market is going to look like. So we try to minimize our risk by just cutting scope. Of course, now you look back, we miss a little bit of the maximizing our return, but at the time, it's a very safe and sound approach to just manage our scope. And then at the end, there's a buyer credit to seller. If you know right now, it's a seller's market, so there are lots of competition. My buyer has, well, that buyer, not my buyer, that buyer has a lot of cash. So instead of just bid like 1.3, the buyer gave us 50K at closing. It's a win-win because the city transfer tax, we save about $5,000 there. They also save the future property tax. Also, when we go through, well, they still have to finance. So they finance like 50% of the house. So when they go to the financing appraisal, we don't have to appraise for 1.3, we just have to appraise for 1.25. So it's win-win-win for all of us, and we pocket some cash. So that's a good trick to do.
Awesome
And
strategy, Sophia. I'm wondering, can we take a couple of questions on that project, which was
sure. I'm not reading chat, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh no, you're good. That's why I'm here, girl. So one of the questions was what was your down payment?
The down payment, I gave the seller 20K to just have him finance. He owned it free and clear. It's his dad's property, right?
So smart. So
Yep.
smart. And then how do
That's how my mailer target. We target like 70% or more equity. So they have tons of money in the house, and they don't, like, if we have to cover some, we can, but if they can cover the whole thing, that would be great.
such a smart strategy. And I love how you said it's easier than you realize, right? When you target the right buyer pool that you're doing with your mailers. So that's cool. And then with the ADU, one question is, how do you determine if creating or converting a garage into an ADU makes sense for resale?
It's just very flexible. Think about it. If you buy let's say a $1 million house, so your PITI mortgage interest tax and insurance total would be like around 4,000, let's say, if you down 20%. And that 4,000, if you can rent that ADU for $2,000, which is a very easy price to rent, then basically the owner can house hack a little bit. If they want to work even more and do Airbnb, then they can basically live rent free, like mortgage free. So to provide something like that, because I mean people want their privacies too. So if you rent a room from your main house, it's not really easy to do, and a lot of people opt not to do it. But for an ADU, new couple can let them in-laws stay with them. They can stay in the ADU, let them in-laws stay in the main house. There are just a lot more options for the buyers to play with. So I think, it makes sense.
Totally. Awesome. Well, we have the questions are flooding in now, but I'm going to let you keep going, and then I'll interject at another time.
All right.
You have a lot of awesome stuff to share.
So I'm gonna share a couple of the up and coming project that I have with you guys too. This is actually a house I got from like not the York project, but I have another project in Frogtown near the Dodger Stadium. It's gonna be on market soon. And maybe we are doing final inspection this Thursday. Yay! So that one is already done. This one is starting. And we got this one because the other seller referred us to this seller. So good relationship also. Don't just be nice to people, let people win some, then you get your word of mouth and they will refer you to their neighbors and friends. So basically I got this land, this house, 525. It's basically gonna be a complete gut job. We are turning it into a 1,300 square feet front house and a 900 square feet back house. And the back house is building on the current dwelling. So the ADU is bigger than the current house. So this is something that we basically submitted a plan and almost shuffle ready. We are just waiting for one final paperwork. And our project breakdown, We bought that house for 525. That house was on market for 600. It didn't sell at that time. And we go in and offer full all cash, and also give the owner 8% to invest with us. So she gave us 300K. So total financing cost would be 125 estimated throughout the project. And rehab unfortunately our before rehab calculation was 400K, and now because of the crazy lumber price, steel price, and everything, we are upping our rehab just to be safe. But as this lumber thing going on, we basically track the commodity market really carefully, and we're thinking maybe we could like delay the start for 2 months, because the lumber market is 50% down from the all-time high, but the retail is not reflecting it, because I think they're just slower, and they probably has committed POs for the wholesale. So when they sell off their inventory and other people are selling off their inventory, they have to replenish, then the price will come down. So we might strategically wait for a couple of months to start the project, or we can do foundation ready, and when the lumber price comes down, then we'll start building up. Of course, miscellaneous is staging, listing, commission. The ARV, we were before this, we were doing 1.650, but I looked at the market lately, and in that area, a smaller footprint is like I think 1,800 square feet houses are selling at 1.6. So I think next year, with a little bit of the inflation, it will get to 1.75. So our profits is slimmer because of the lumber, but if the lumber price goes down, we can adjust that, and hopefully we get more profit. And this one is another new project. It's in Joshua Tree. I am in escrow for 3 pieces of land, parcels. We are going to build 1, 2, 3, the same footprint tiny house. And I want to do tiny houses just because I think it's cool, and it's a lot of people it's a very catchy thing to do. And even with Airbnb, if you want to, let's say, rent an Airbnb, there are options of tiny house. So you can click that, and right now in Joshua Tree, there are 11 listings of tiny house, but when we are done, it will be 14, hopefully. And right now, the exit strategy, we're still thinking maybe we're gonna keep it, maybe we're gonna rent one as a Airbnb for a few months to build a rent row, and then sell it as a business opportunity to Airbnb people. So we'll see, but I'm very excited about this project. If you look at 3 together, it will be a statement, and it will look really cute. So land, I got it at 55K total, which is cheaper than right now, because if I fall out of the escrow, the listing agent says she can already double the land price, because I started this in February this year. And then we got a ton of land prep to do, because it's raw land. So those things will cost 75K, and foundation framing is, and then interior and of course selling costs. I am partnering with a local realtor, so he's giving me some discounts. I'm not going there to sell the houses by myself. ARV is right now we're using the current comp right now. It could go higher just because it's and by current, that slide was done 3 months ago, and I know the market has already increased. I saw a 600 square feet house on market listed for 385K, and it it it's 90K over, so it sold at 475. So I'm pretty optimistic about my ARV here. So that's my Joshua Tree project. And you guys, this is my contact. If you want to contact me, the best way is text me or email me. Website, you can go take a look at my website and Facebook. Instagram, I am redoing it because I took an Instagram class and I want to make it more beautiful and more pleasing to the eyes. So there's not much stuff there right now. But text me is the best way. Thank you, guys.
Yay, everybody.
If you have questions.
Yeah, so let's give it up for Sophia in the chat. Everyone is saying how gorgeous your projects are. You're so smart. Great job. So yeah, let's show Sophia some love. Thank you so much for taking us through your case studies. We still do have some questions if you have time.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, as Julie mentioned, that buyers are getting 200K over right now. So she is excited for your for your success. Just to hear, just so you can see some of the love. Amazing, great job. The tiny.
I'm looking at it now. It's great. Thank you.
Good. Yes. So one of the questions were a personal question. What was your degree in, and what company did you work for?
Oh, my degree. I came year of 1997 from Hong Kong to here to escape the the takeover. And I went to Cal Berkeley, and I have a degree in economics and artificial intelligence. I hated coding, but because of my when you're back like in college age, you worry about where you're gonna end at, and you try to, take a degree to be able to find a job. So even I don't like it, I still did it. But now if I look back, I might just, take architecture because this is really what I like.
Yeah. We can see your skills are shining through. You seem to be successful at whatever you do. And then you would explain again what the buyer credit is for everyone.
So at closing, buyers can give credit. Well, seller of course can give credit to buyer. Maybe like your HVAC is too old, or your roof is too old, and the buyer wants you to change it. You don't want to change it, and then you can say, "I'll give you 10K for it. Don't bug me," right? But buyer's credit, basically, I think it's really a creative way. We were talking about, well, there were a few very similar offer, and both, like, there are, eventually it comes down to buyer A and a buyer B, and we like both of them. And so we just look at the strength of the finance and stuff, and then see how we can package have them package the offer to make it sweeter for us. And because they have a lot of down payment, I say, hey, talk to your loan agent and see if you can give us credit towards closing. I think I did that once in San Francisco when I was it was a solid market too. So I did that for my own condo investment. So, but I know that not a lot of the loan company would do that. So the loan agent had to ask their headquarters, which is in the East Coast, if they can do it, and then like a few days later they said, yeah, we can do this up to a certain amount. The amount will be determined by their financial strength, amount of down payment, and whatever calculation they do. But there's a credit amount that they can do, so they can pay. The verbiage would be like buyer's credit, seller, towards closing costs, including agent's commission, city transfer tax, blah blah blah. So whatever cost they can cover, they can cover.
Awesome. Such a smart strategy. I mean, it just goes back to the there's no one way to skin a cat in real estate.
Yes, there are multiple ways to skin a cat.
Exactly. And then one of the last questions here, you talked about your parameters for your mailers being those who are 70%. Are there any other parameters you put in your target marketing, and do you find deals any other way?
I am doing probate list and divorce list and absentee owner. What else? Absentee owners, and I do have people like wholesalers, leads, and I have a couple of intern to do just post it on doors.
Nice. Very nice. Well, everyone, again, let's give Sophia a round of applause here. There's her contact information if you want to ask her some questions or learn a little bit more about all of the different rehabs and projects that she's working on. If you can, I want to do a little yay round of applause here with my icons.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, thank you, Sophia.
Okay, thank you for joining. That was a great case study, wasn't it? This is just a sample of the type of women that have joined WREN and the type of women we're hoping will join us now. There's something, though, about me that I'm a little ashamed to mention. Networking doesn't come naturally to me. I know it's ironic. The founder of a networking organization isn't a natural networker, but I'm not. In fact, in the past, I've been actually told I was a wallflower at events. Now, here's the thing. I had to overcome that. I had to learn to network. Why? Because I wanted more deals. Do you want more deals? You network. Do you need resources, money, contractors, lawyers to get projects done? Network. Do you want to make more money? Network. Do you want to go farther, faster? Network. It's as simple as that. And networking with us is as simple as becoming a member. All right. All you have to do to become a member is go to www.joinwren.com. That's all you have to do. Let me tell you a little bit about membership. When you become a new member, some of the benefits that you receive is free access to our member-only networking meeting, where you can schmooze or learn from each other or offer help or get help, build relationships for future business activities, and other members. You also get free access to our educational monthly meeting, where we share new concepts and dive deeper into various areas of real estate investing. You get exclusive access to our members only Facebook page, where you can learn from, connect, and network with the other members 24/7. And you post your deals or post your needs or find resources or guidance or suggestions all on the Facebook page. We have discounts to our online education and our annual events. And you have access to our WREN concierge. Yes, we have a concierge to help you with your specific plan of action and to help you be successful. We also offer our Work It Girl network training, and there's also volunteer opportunities for you. It's an opportunity for growth, contribution, and leadership development. And you can be front of stage and the focus. And there's a lot more too. This is just a sample of some of the things that we offer. So what do you do again to become a WREN member? You go to www.joinwren.com. So building a network is one of the most important things you can do as a real estate investor. The size and strength of your network will directly determine how many deals you can do, how fast you can make money, and how much those deals will cost you to do and what your profits are. Your network can be your target pool to market to. When times are lean, a strong network means you can do a lot more organic business without having a big marketing budget if you don't have it. If you want to access deals, access funding and buyers, you've got to establish and scale your network. The Women's Real Estate Network means you're part of this unstoppable force of women real estate business thinkers. We have flippers, developers, lenders, syndicators, buy and hold investors who want to empower and collaborate with each other and learn from each other. Women, cool, smart, sometimes even funny women that come to WREN. It's what it's all about. It's about women investors teaching women just like you how to accelerate their real estate business and get into the powerful energy of other top real estate women investors today. Go to joinwren.com. Thank you.